Most people who spend time working on plastic models or small DIY projects know the struggle of trying to sand a tiny, awkward corner without ruining the surrounding detail. It usually ends with a sore hand and a lot of frustration. That is where this little pen-style sander comes into play. It is surprisingly slim, feeling more like a thick marker than a power tool, which makes a massive difference when you are trying to get into those tight, recessed areas that a standard block or even a rotary tool just cannot reach. The vibration is quite fine, so it does not feel like it is going to jump out of your grip, and the weight is balanced well enough that you can hold it for a long session without your wrist getting tired. What stands out is the speed control. You have a dial that lets you ramp things up from a gentle crawl at 1000 RPM all the way to a much faster 8000 RPM. Having that range is actually pretty smart because you can dial it back for delicate plastic work where you do not want to melt the material, or crank it up when you need to take off a bit more stubborn residue. The inclusion of 6 different tip shapes is a nice touch, too. It means you are not stuck trying to force one shape into every nook and cranny. The sandpaper sheets come with an adhesive backing, so you just peel, stick, and go. It is a simple system, though you do have to be careful when peeling them off to avoid tearing the paper if you want to reuse it. The battery life is decent for a tool this size. You get about 2 hours of continuous run time on a charge, which is plenty for most hobbyist sessions. Plus, it charges via USB, so you can just plug it into a laptop or a wall brick without hunting for proprietary cables. There is even a little LED light built into the tip. Honestly, it sounds like a gimmick, but when you are hunched over a workbench trying to see into a dark hollow of a model, that extra bit of visibility is genuinely helpful. Now, it is not perfect. While the motor is quiet, it is definitely meant for light finishing work rather than heavy-duty material removal. If you try to press down too hard, the reciprocating action slows significantly, so you have to let the tool do the work rather than forcing it. It is a precision instrument, not a grinder. If you are looking for something to strip paint off a fence, this is not it. But for the model builder or the person who loves tinkering with small crafts, it is a surprisingly capable little companion that saves a lot of manual labor. It is one of those tools that you might not think you need until you actually start using it, and then it becomes hard to imagine going back to hand sanding those tiny corners.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.